Hello there. I wanted to record some videos for myself to see in the future, and maybe it'll help somebody out. Um, I just got a Duduk. I got it about a week ago, and I've been learning how to play it on YouTube because where I live, there's no one that would be able to teach me. So, I got a relatively cheap Duduk. This one is a Corsaro Music Duduk. I found it on Etsy for around $100, and it had good reviews. It didn't have that many, but I believe it was crafted in Turkey. Um, I have no experience with any other musical instrument. I have no experience in music theory. I think that's what they call it. I'm a leather crafter, but I found out that Duduk is the main instrument, well, one of the main instruments in the Dune soundtrack, and I really wanted to learn how to play it. So I got myself a cheap Duduk. I've been watching a couple of tutorials here and there, not very in-depth tutorials that I found. The ones I do watch are from Duduk Lessons on YouTube. He seems to have the most intricate videos that I've found, at least. Everything else I've found on forums here and there. So yeah, the reeds that I have here, I contacted I think they call them masters, a master that creates reeds professionally in Armenia, and he sells his reeds for around $50. I'm gonna save to get one of his, but when I showed him mine, he told me these were not professional, and that's maybe why I'm having such a hard time playing them. So this is what mine looks like, and I think this is considered a soft reed because it's open, and a hard reed, I think, it arrives closed, or it is closed when it's dry. Then you're supposed to soak it in water and it'll open up as you use it. I've tried wetting these with my mouth, as some tutorials suggested to do. I didn't find it to produce that much of like a sound. It's really hard to get the sound with, at least with this Duduk. I'm assuming it's from experience. I don't have I don't know what they call the muscles of the face for playing these instruments. But anyway, I have a cup of water here with very little water, and I'm gonna soak it for 30 seconds, just the tip. I've seen a couple of videos mentioning doing that. I think they tell you to do that so the reed opens, but at least from experience, if it's dry, the reed, it won't produce any sound, or it's really hard to produce a sound. I have to blow really hard into it, and from what I've read, if you're blowing like you're blowing a balloon, or as hard as you would blow a balloon, you're doing it wrong. So when I wet the reed, is much easier to get the sound out. So about 10 more seconds. Take it out. You can see how much I wet the reed. It might have been too much. I don't know if it's supposed to touch the cloth, but it touched it a little bit. I've also read that before placing the reed in the Duduk, you're always supposed to have it closed, as it might damage the reeds. I'll link in the description the videos that I'm using as tutorial guides, but here's session 1. I'll only play for like maybe 15 minutes or so. I played earlier today until I got dizzy, so I think that's only as much time as I want to give it today. The video that I'm watching teaches you to only use 6 fingers instead of all 8, so I'm gonna do that today. I thought I would learn first with the 6 fingers, and then as I get more practice and better at blowing and controlling my breath, I would push it to 4 or 8 fingers. I've also found it really hard to get the right position of the fingers. If you don't get full coverage of the hole, no sound will come out. So here it goes. I'm watching the lesson 10, how to play the Duduk. First song, Le Yaman, part 1. You'll see me playing the video here and there, so if you want to skip, just you go ahead. Let's get it to play first. I read somewhere that you're supposed to leave the hole open about the size of your thumbnail or slightly more open. Other places say that you're supposed to only put the tip of your mouth in, while other people, perhaps inexperienced, put their mouth like way deeper. I'm still figuring it out, so if you know how to play it and you want to correct the way I'm doing it, feel free to just leave a comment. Making a sound.
Not this. It's pretty hard to scoop when you're doing this. So we go. Anyway, best way to learn this is the unadorned version with no vibrato, and you can learn the notes. That's it.
You'll see me go back and forth. You can practice with me, or you can just skip to the end, or I don't see any point of skipping to the end. I'm not going to get any better today, so if you want to practice with me, feel free to.
Easiest way to learn it. So let's get started. We'll learn the first half, goes like this.
This is 3-day practice progress, so the last 2 days that I've spent trying to do this has been a pain in the ass, especially getting the fingers in the right position. So if you can't get a sound out of it, just keep practicing.
So let's get started. We'll learn the first half, goes like this.
also found very hard to copy the finger positioning of the tutorial I'm watching. I had to slow it down to 0.25, I think, at some point. So if you need to do that, I think it's a good tip, because you won't find, well, I haven't found any good videos on finger positioning for the Duduk. I think the best you'll find is maybe a music sheet, which I have no experience in music. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, so again, feel free to just do what I do or do what the tutorial shows.
First half goes like this.
Probably need to make the notes longer. I feel like I'm doing it too quickly. Something I'm having a hard time with. And just for future reference, either for anyone or for me watching in the future, this is how wide the reed is at the moment. And it sounds better when I put it in the cup of water. For some reason, if it's just as open but it's dry, it doesn't make the sound, or I need to blow really hard or open the reed a little bit more. So I believe that's the first part. I'm gonna watch and see what the second part sounds like, or how it goes.
Here's the half hole. Then it pretty much repeats. So I'll end off there for now, and we'll pick it up with part 2 next time. Anyway, please subscribe to my channel and give me a...
Alright, you guys make sure to subscribe to his channel. His videos are 11 years old, so I don't know if he's still uploading. I haven't checked, but we'll just keep practicing today until I get dizzy with the same first part of the song. I didn't really catch how to get the second part in, but it's supposed to just be a repeat, so sounds like something wet is in it, so if you guys haven't seen any videos, they mention using diaphragm breathing instead of chest breathing. So it's pretty much just breathing while inflating your stomach. That's what I'm doing, at least. So getting a little lightheaded. I'm sure it'll get better as I keep practicing, but one more try. Well, that's it for today. I'd say it's pretty good progress compared to the past few days. I didn't make a video then, but I'll tell you, nothing was coming out of this. Maybe a couple of sounds here and there. It sounded mostly like a clarinet. Now it's getting that Duduk sound. I didn't get that sound until I wet the reed. Again, my reed was open in the past, or when it arrived. Let me see if I can. This is the second reed without the tightening tool bit. You can see it's quite open. If I were to blow on this right now, it would make a sound, but it would sound more like a clarinet, and it wouldn't get the Duduk sound. And it's very hard to blow on it while it's dry. So, future reference for me or for anyone else, if I put it in the water, it makes a better sound. And I'll upload another video in the coming days, and let me know if it helped anyone. Thanks for watching.